Hello students, welcome to this series on marketing and retail business. Today we are going to study retail management. In this we are going to cover applications of CRM, that is customer relationship management. Now let us study the objective of this study. The basic objective is to study the various applications of CRM and the impact of CRM on business solutions. In this lecture, we are going to study the applications of customer relationship management, which is a software impacting the retail industry. Now, CRM, that is customer relationship management, let us study the concept. CRM is a business strategy for designing innovative customer centric processes to build customer satisfaction and connect to give customized solutions to the customer problems. CRM is one of the most modern software based approach which collects the data of customers and tries to streamline the processes to give solutions to the problems of the customers and build customized connections so as to understand their needs and design what they want. Retaining customers through CRM. Retaining customers is the most cost effective strategy than recruiting new ones. The use of technology can identify more profitable customers where 80% of profit comes from 20% of customers. They need higher attention and better services. Now, CRM basically tries to focus on profitable customers. Sometimes the big customers or people who earn more and who have higher propensity to consume and to spend can add up to 80% of the profit of the company. That is, these rich customers may only be 20%, but they are the people who are giving volumes. So, we are going to focus on these 20% customers, because if they are not satisfied, your business can be low. So, the marketing focus and the marketing design has to be that we look after these customers, and retaining customers is a cost effective strategy, because to search new customers and to bring new customers is more costly, more time consuming and very uncertain. But if you have existing customers and you can retain them, it is certainly more cheap and more certain. 3 phases of CRM: acquiring new relationships through product and service leadership, enhancing existing relationships for cross selling and upselling, and retaining customer relationship for service adaptability by delivering what customers want. Obviously, the phases of CRM is: first you are acquiring customers, building a base and a network of trusted community. This can create a potential for giving them products which are needed, that is, you can upscale, identify the needs and give them better models and better services. And cross selling is related and complementary goods can also be sold to this chain of customers. Like if you are a banking customer, bank is selling insurance also. So, the existing customer who is taking the finance and the money facilities of loans etc., they are giving them the coverage of insurance also. So, here we are trying to upsell and we are connecting cross connected products in terms where we are looking to their loan aspects also. So, bank is basically upgrading the needs of the customers and giving them the facilities which they need. Retaining customers is adapting to their needs and giving them the services as they need. That is, you have to customize and look into the grievances and the problems of the customers. Now, let us see the CRM applications which has been taken up from the practice Say Bold group. That is, this model is picked up from a source and design which shows the applications. Here we have the customers and we have the sellers. The customer systems basically are designed to build a customer experience for satisfaction, and the basic tracking and the touching systems which give solutions to the customers is in form of call centers, staff assistance centers, e-commerce sites and campaign management centers. The contact centers, the Salesforce automation and the field service automation basically are integrated to design a capability and competency which is available, and this is the back office systems which is designed by the sellers to build a experience for the customers. So, what the sellers have to do, they have to integrate these aspects of the sales, the contact centers and the service automation, give them services automatically and try to integrate the customer connecting points of e-commerce and campaigns in such a way that the experience which is designed for customer is cost effective and it is satisfying also. CRM builds ERP. What is ERP? It is the enterprise resource planning. It collects data from many divisions of firms for use in nearly all firms' internal business activities. The information entered in one process is immediately available for other processes to work efficiently. When we are collecting data and information and feeding information for one process, this information will be supplied as an input for other processes also. If you are putting customer data, this goes to the production department also, this goes to the inventory department also, and this goes to the design and the stock and the accounting department and you to human resource department. So, everybody can interface with the customer, understand the dimensions of the customer, location, geography, taste, preferences, and according to that they can put the inputs into their product variety and design. CRM creates enterprise software also. The software builds defined business processes. We have the finance and the accounting function where general ledger and accounts payable are seen or looked after. Human resource department basically looks after the personnel administration and the payroll, that is human resource problems and solutions. Manufacturing and production department relating to purchasing and shipping problems. Sales and marketing department looking to order processing, billing and sales planning. So, these are physical departments and the activities need to be designed in such a way that they are connected to a software and easy solutions for each activities are given to people, and here the time saving of the employees is essentially a cost saving feature where employees have everything in their control and they can look any problem which is there in the department and can be solved to give a ease so that the enterprise works in a better way where uninterrupted supply and solutions are given to the customers. CRM builds supply chain. Network of organizations are designed for procuring raw materials, for building distribution channels, upstream supply chain processes for managing relationships with them, downstream supply chain to create organizations and processes responsible for delivering products to the customers. Now, supply chain is the chain which connects the manufacturers to the retailers, because the retailers are the contact point who talk and who communicate to the customers. So, in between them we have the dealers, we have the wholesalers and we have big stockists. So, the supply chain has to be managed in such a way that the procuring of material and the billing of the material by vendor relationship management is done in an easy way. Upstream supply chain means that if you are able to manage your back end relations with your vendors, the process for managing and bringing a materials to the shop is cost effective and it is whatever variety of merchandise is available, it could be more detailed and it could be more designed. Downstream supply chain is if you are having customers and you can connect to other call centers who have connections for customers, is you can give this work to them so that your services are sold or your services are given to the customers through various contact points. That is, you can open chains to increase the distribution. Supply chain management software. The supply chain planning systems basically design the supply chain, demand planning, optimize sourcing, establish inventory, design transportation. Supply chain execution systems manage flow of materials and products through distribution centers and warehouses. We now have supply chain softwares who are looking into demand management, that is how much products the consumers are demanding, and according to that demand the order is being prepared and the tracking of the order is done so as to calculate what is the buffer stock, and when you reach a level of buffer stock the order basically goes to the vendor automatically. So, we are optimizing sourcing problems, we are establishing inventory levels which generally tie huge funds. So, we are reducing the level of the funds invested and trying to optimize on transportation cost by sharing transportation systems, that is you can share with two vendors or you can share with other competitors also to maintain a cost which is generally a advantage transferred to the customers. Supply chain execution systems is to manage products from manufacturers or from vendors, stockists to the retailer. Global supply chains and networks, you have a set and a connection and a network of intranets and extranets. Intranets improve coordination among internal supply chain processes, and extranets, they coordinate supply chain processes shared with the business partners. Now, here we have a network of chains, because when you are looking into luxury segment of automobiles and car, so we have brands which are sourced from many foreign destinations, or we have goods coming from other countries also. So, we need both the intranet, that is the internal connections where the stock is available, where the warehouse and logistic management is done, what the data they have, how much availability of stock is there, because overstocking would make the retailer failure, as such lot of fund is tied, and this increases the rate of interest required which for investment. So, we have to look into a cost effective way where we manage funds, that we have optimum stocks which move smoothly from chains, that is from the dealers to the consumers. So, the intranets basically connect the internal supply chain systems, and the extranet basically coordinates with external vendors and the partners, and we try to build a partnership that if availability of some item is not with your own retail segment, you can source from somebody else and give it to the customer. So, at least the customer problem is solved. Global supply chain issues. Global issues are the global supply chains typically span greater geographical distances and time differences. They are more complex, pricing issues, local taxes, transportation, etc. Foreign government regulations also impact these chains. Internet helps companies to manage many aspects of global supply chain in terms of sourcing, transportation, communications and international finance. Now, retail segment has become matured, where multi-brand stores also have come into the market, where we are sourcing products from many other countries. The global supply chains are developing, but the complexities and the issues impacting is that the local supply chains require less time and they can be connected easily. With global chains, the distances are long. So, the physical distances need to be crossed, which require a lot of time, and time zone as such, when the delivery is available, uh, impact the dates and impact the holding cost of the inventory at ports and other areas where the goods come. So, this increases, even one day holding cost at the shipment area would increase the cost, because here you require the rental and you require the warehouse management. So, the aspects connected to global supply chain is complex, because global financing in terms of interest rate and the regulations from the government and the taxation structures also impact the cost aspects of the goods. Always a local supply chain management is much easier, much cost effective, and that is why we are trying to build local empowerment so as to give goods at cheap rates to the consumers. Business value of supply chain: match the supply to the demand, reduce inventory levels, improve delivery service, speed product time to market, use assets more effectively, reduce supply chain cost, they lead to increased profitability and increased sales. Now, managing supply chains is an attention which is required on part of investor, because your cost is tied up. If you can match the demand of the customers so as they can get the goods at a fast rate, you have to manage the stock. Managing stock has to be at optimum price and at optimum level, where there is no dead stock, that is the products do come do match up with consumers' taste and trends, and move fast. Here we can give you the example of Zara, which is a fashion retail store management company. They are moving fashion to the markets. This is the only company who is stocking the materials in such a way that their 85% of the stock is consumed. It is only 15% of the stock which they have to put into sales. So, they manage the fashion in such a way that when the trends are happening, they do not make it beforehand. Currently, what material is made up, it is given to the market. Every Wednesday, the stock is changed. So, the movement of goods in terms of logistic management is done effectively. The goods are transported in a speedy way, so that the fashions which are being made and which are changing are easily given to the customers. They do not make goods beforehand which get outdated or which are not in trends. And even if one trend fails, they learn and they change and alter and give according to the customer's needs and according to the customer's taste. CRM and integration of data. Customer relationship management systems capture and integrate customer data from all over the organizations. They consolidate and analyze customer data. They distribute information to various systems and customer touch point across enterprise. Provide single enterprise view of customers. Now, integration of data is the biggest function in managing relationships, because when you get the consumption aspects of the consumers, what they are using, what is the level of investment in particular area they are doing, and this information can become a input to change the stock levels and to change the order which they are going to source materials from the vendors. What is working in markets has to be managed. So, the data consolidation can can be analyzed to consolidate and give good stock to the consumers. This software is also helping to give a single enterprise view of all the activities happening in the organizations related to customer, that is what they are wanting, their grievances, their problems, and the solutions which they want for their goods or services which they have taken. CRM and enterprise applications basically is the packages which enterprises have created. They are the applications like partner relationship management, that is the PRM, and the employee relationship management, that is ERM. Partner relation management is integrating lead generation, it is focusing on pricing, it is focusing on promotion, order configurations, tools to assess partners' performance. Employee relation management is setting objectives, employee performance management, performance based compensation schemes, and employee training. Now, partner relationship management software basically works in collaboration with supply chains, that is your vendors or your suppliers are your partners who have to work with you so as to give you the updated goods, the modern goods, the changing and the trendy goods which are demanded by customers. So, your good relations with your partners and vendors can support you in the market. If the supply chain is uninterrupted, beautifully designed, creatively innovated, it can put you at a better place in the market. So, we have the softwares where we can configure our orders, change our orders, do a better pricing and give better promotions, so that the customers can be attracted and they can get good services. Employee needs to be happy, because if the employees are frustrated and they are not satisfied with the company culture, this frustration can go out and the customers can be cheated. So, we need to look after our employees, make a team which is cultured, which is sensitive, and which respects the company ethics. So, we need to train our employees, and we also need to look into the compensation which is required to keep the employees working. Now, let us study the tools of CRM. CRM packages typically include tools for SFA, that is Salesforce automation, customer service and marketing. Salesforce automation is building sales contact information, sales quota generation capabilities. Customer service is managing customer service requests, web based self service capabilities. Marketing is to capture customer data, tracking direct marketing mailings and email. That is, when you are designing these services in such a way that they are software enabled, they are quick. Customer can automatically come to your website, just put the name and the data is feeded, and they can just click to get the bills. This is the easiest way. If they have to fill up more forms, they get frustrated. So, you have to do automation where the softwares automatically store data, capture data, retain data to give comfort to the customers. It is both for marketing channels also and for Salesforce also, where the salespeople also need to do minimum work in order to give maximum attention to the customers. Now, let us study what are the CRM software capabilities. The major CRM software integrates customer information from many different sources. It is the sales, marketing and service, that is data of customer captured from these departments. What is sales is the account management, it is the lead management, order management, sales planning, field sales and sales analysis. Marketing is campaign management, channel promotion management, event management, market planning, marketing operations, marketing analytics. Service is service delivery, customer satisfaction management, it is returns management, service planning, call center and help desk and service analysis. So, these are the capabilities of the softwares related to all the aspects of the customers, and these systems and these softwares capture data, they store data and design tracking systems so that the solutions are given in a quick way. Now, let us study the applications of operational CRM. The basic operations are customer focused applications such as Salesforce automations, call centers, customer service support systems and marketing automations. Now, most of the functions through websites and internet have enabled customers to book their tickets, get their refunds, automatically getting the information and mails in their mailbox, getting the messages online and giving a remembrance call. Everything is automatically done through softwares, which makes life of customers comfortable. Applications of analytical CRM relate to analyze customer data output from operational CRM and applications. It is based on data warehouses populated by operational CRM systems and customer touch points and customer lifetime value, that is CLTV. So, analysis of customer is done in this software, the customer touch points, that is the call centers where they are coming, where they are ordering, where they are returning goods, they are speaking and writing about the products, the complaint management centers. These centers are related to analytical CRM systems. Now, let us study the business benefits of CRM. Business benefits is the increased customer satisfaction, it reduces the direct marketing cost, it is more effective marketing, it is lower cost for customer acquisition and retention. Churn rate is the number of customers who stop purchasing products from a company. It is indicator of growth or decline of firm's customer base. So, what benefits we get? Obviously, customers acquired and retained at a lower cost. Churn rate is how many customers are leaving and how many new customers are being added to your channel. So, churn rate has to be calculated. If more customers are leaving, it is a concern for the company, even if the sales volume is increasing. Maybe the new customers you are getting are better customers and they are buying more, but even if the sales are increasing, the churn rate has to be regulated. Now, let us study the enterprise application challenges. Applications total cost may be 4 to 5 times the price of the software. This is the technology changes, business process changes, organizational changes, switching cost, dependence on softwares and vendors. Now, sometimes the applications which are designed through these CRM systems and through technicians and experts, the total cost is 4 to 5 times than the cost of the software. So, the applications are costly. We need softwares which may be cheap, because if you try to take these applications on your own, this will become tedious, this will become challenging and difficult. And sometimes these applications do change and require cost, because the technology is changing, the organization setup and administration changes, people are transferred, people are leaving in the organization. So, these changes need to be updated, which is a costly procedure for the company. Value creation by enterprise application is, it brings greater value from enterprise applications. Enterprise solutions are more flexible, web enabled, integrated with other systems, that is, they are web enabled. Service platform integrates multiple applications to deliver experience for all parties. Order to cash process and portal softwares, both are doing their own functions. These service platforms embed many functions of the companies. So, we generally try to manage the cash, we try to manage the accounts, we also manage the grievances, we also manage the tracking. So, this is the platform which is giving solutions to many aspects of the company. So, companies need to look into it, and we cannot forego on the basis of the issues and the cost and the challenges, because the comfort and the adaptability of the company and the customers both has become indispensable. Now, let us study the summary of this lecture. The applications of CRM create efficiency for the total enterprise by managing relationships with the customers and employees. The sales automation has created connections with vendors to design and customize solutions for customers with quality input of information. Now, CRM applications with changing times in the retail industry have become important part for survival. Every retail company needs to invest on these applications, because data storage and data of customers and data of suppliers and vendors is important. The big malls, the organized retailing have lacks of materials, and they have lacks of vendors also. So, no human capacity can manage this kind of availability and this kind of growth of retail sector. We need softwares and we need technology and internet to manage the systems and the applications required to streamline the retail sector. I hope the students must have understood the basic applications of CRMs to manage the retail sector. Thank you, students.